safe no more. We gotta do something, let's go. I'm talking about this girl. She's taking over, I must surrender. She's been making a fool of me, and she would do the same to you. Trust me, I don't give her your heart, let's go. If you wanna get to know her, there's something you should know about her. She's dangerous, I think you better know right now. She's dangerous, this girl will break your heart. Come on, she's dangerous, I think you better know right now. She's dangerous, she'll break your heart. Ring the alarm, yeah, ring the alarm. We got a crook up in the building. She done stole my heart, then tore it apart. She drives a Mercedes-Benz, shoes with red bottoms. She doesn't go for less, cause she's so fresh. The best I ever had, whoa. If you wanna get to know her, there's something you should know about her. She's dangerous, she's got a vicious look, and ooh, the way she walks. She's dangerous, she'll blow your mind, yeah. She's dangerous, I can't control myself whenever she's around. She's dangerous, she got me, yeah.
Olhei para ela bem gostosa num cantinho a sorrir, com um olhar bem profundo, tipo puto, queres vir? Eu disse é pra mim, ela disse sim, sim. É mesmo pra mim, ela disse sim, sim. Ok, és uma deusa, uma princesa. Deixas-me sem jeito com tanta beleza. És perigosa, mas és gostosa, ok? Sei que vou sofrer, mas vou entrar nessa. Disseram-me que eras perigosa, disseram-me que partes a leiça, disseram-me que tu não presta. Eu não quero saber, quero ser tua presa. Eu não quero saber, eu quero sofrer, eu quero viver. Eu vou aprender, deixar acontecer, eu quero te ter. Quero te comer, quero te beber, quero te morder. Tu és muito boa, vale a pena sofrer.
She's coming straight out of a magazine. She's a beauty queen, but she's so dangerous, dangerous. Whoa. Straight out of a magazine. She's a beauty queen, but she's so dangerous, dangerous.
One, two, 1, 2. Damn. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What it do, what it does. Welcome to Midnight and Out. What up, my gang? What up, my gang? What up, my people? How are you tonight? Welcome to Club Shada, episode number 28. 28. We almost at 30. We arriving to 50 one day. But like, if somebody would have told me that I would have done like 57 episodes of me talking to the Shada gang like 4 months ago, I would have said, nah, I don't have time. I don't have time for that shit. Quarantine. It did a lot of things. It changed a lot of things in people's life. So without further ado, I want to say welcome to the family, to our 4 latest subscribers, Daniela Barbosa, Le Before the Week, Jesse Licious V, and Laurent Jobson. We already in June have 1,107 new subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is super nice after 17 days of this month. This month passed like this half of the month passed super quick. Yeah. So the song you just heard is called She's Dangerous. It's a song from my album of 2014, Roll Like Sushi, and it features Nelson Freitas and Big Nello. And it's a production by Axizo. And yeah, I love that song. I should have done a video, but hey, you know, it's sometimes you do featuring and you're like, nah, I'm never gonna have those two people at the same place, so fuck it. And this song, as strange as it is, because I never sing it on stage, I never like, it's a song I never perform. I'd never hear it in the clubs, but on Spotify, it is one of my top songs. It has like almost 1 million streams, and yeah, it's just one of those new hits from my new all internet career, where I got songs that let them live their lives, and like these songs, they just explode by themselves. And I have a few of those songs, and this is actually part of my digital strategy, which is in the contrary to a lot of artists, I don't perform to go do shows. I perform to sell streams. So it's a completely different approach. This show is powered by Shada, as you can see. And if you are looking for nice stuff to wear on your physical, you can click the link below for shadaware.com or the QR code. And of course, the donations are on. One day I'll know. Here. Yeah, or the super chats, of course, for those who feel like it. Let me make sure that the live is going on, but I see your comments, so good. So who's there in my Shada gang? Hey, Darren, what up, man? Long time. How you been? How's the game been? Mas Kizomba, welcome. Gostaste do som? Fish. What up, my cousin? How are you? Comment vont madame et les enfants? CV Beats, how are you, brother? Ah, beleza. Finally, you learned how to comment on YouTube. Congrats. What up, Frank? Manchester 2019. Manchester. Thanks. Hey, Jay, how are you, bro? How are you? I hope you're fine. Moto Music. How are you? Congratulations on 10,000 stream on your podcast review of the Midnight Train album from Sotisol. It's an amazing album, and it is normal that it attracts so many viewers. So I receive your track. I'll check it out after this live. Hey, Criollo Radio. What up, bro? How are you? Matt, how are you? How we doing today? Beatriz. ¿Cómo estás? I hope you're fine. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, man, that's what I do. For the fire. Exactly. Good music. Shada gang, bro. The Shada gang. Well, actually, a high now indirect. Every DJ in Rhode Island play that song every weekend here. You famous here. Rhode Island is cool. Rhode Island is actually the first place I ever performed in the US, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's Rhode Island, the first place where I ever performed in the US. It was in a club called, I have no idea. But I remember that it was in Rhode Island. It was snowing. It was cold as hell, and it was like, yeah, snowstorm, and but the show was amazing. What was the name of that club? Yeah, don't remember. You and your music are a really important reference in a Kizomba story in the world. Thank you, Beatriz. Gracias, muchas gracias. I do what I can. My pleasure, brother. Yeah, it's good job. Good job. And he has the perfect voice for podcast. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, my Kizomba, it's true, it's about Kizomba, but you guys should link up for, there's stuff to do, all of us. There's some interesting things. Good stock market today. Listen, today I didn't check the stock market. I'm gonna just tell you if I made money or not. I did. Yeah, good market today. Actually, 3 days ago, I lost $1,000 from the stock going down, and I made 600 back. So yeah, the market is okay. But there's one stock that I bought that I'm just waiting for this one to go up, and it's an oil stock that used to be 8, and I bought it when it was down there at 80 cents, and I'm waiting for it to go back to 3-4 so I can sell and make money. Because I have two different type of stocks. Those that are traded for like a quick, and then the money I made from those quick trades of day trading, I use that money to invest in the stocks that I want to keep for dividends. So I mean, but yeah. Hola, Bell and Beat, what it do? The Lights Out DJs Ultra Club. It was Club Ultra? Yeah, maybe. Were you there? Let me see. I'll probably have some images. Kaysha. What date was that? Kaysha, Rhode Island. Kaysha in Rhode Island. That was now Tantric was in 2009, but that was before. That was 2005, I think. I probably have the photos on my Facebook, but to find them, that's gonna be another story. Let me see. Rhode Island. I remember I was dressed hip hop and stuff, and I remember I was singing the dollar. I don't find the photos, but I know I have them somewhere. But that was crazy. Ultra, that was the club Ultra. Alright. If you broadcasted on Sunday, I don't know what I would have done because they had Allen Kelly versus. Yeah, I saw it. That was amazing. I loved it. I think they already reached 1 million views. That's exactly the way a battle should be. And yeah, I'm kind of fed up with battles on Instagram, and I've been against live any performing on Instagram for a long time. And yeah, they did exactly the way it should be done, and it was perfect. I actually sent them I sent a message to Rich Just after that, I told him it was amazing, and he was like, "Yo, you saw it? Thanks." I was like, "Yeah, I was in the comments and stuff." And I told him that the beat for the featuring is coming. Yeah, but that was it was like, for those who didn't see it, you have to see it. Risha, his name is now Kai versus Alan Cave. That was something. That was crazy. That was crazy. They killed it. Like, everything was perfect. Club Ultra. That was crazy. Now, Tantric was the second time. You and Mark G was at the gas station pumping gas. Yeah, I remember that vlog. But that was the second time. That was the second time I came to Rhode Island. The first time was at Club Ultra. What up, Mwagima? What it do? Ah, okay. So yeah, you were there. You were probably on the DJ booth. I use Revolut for stocks. Mastermind. Maybe it was therapy. Let me see. Kaysha therapy. Sure, let me see. Cause I think it was therapy. Not sure. Yeah, who knows? Probably it's on my YouTube. Let me see. Kaysha Club Therapy. No, I don't have it. So I probably only have photos. I only have videos of me at Tantric. I remember one of my show in Tantric. Like, there's one where I entered the show. Wait. Let me go to my YouTube studio and download this video. Kaysha Tantric. That entrance, and I remember that I had Cachupina took me to Cheesecake Factory, and I ate so much. And like when they take you to dinner, normally after that you have another 2 hours or 3 hours to digest, rest, sleep, and then you go take a shower and you go work. But it took us to Cheesecake Factory, and soon as I was done eating dessert, it was like, yo, you have your show in 20 minutes, we have to go. And I was like, what? I arrived in the show, like, my belly was like that. I was like, wait, where's that show? It was in 2009. Let me download it. Wait, let me download it from YouTube. You have to see, like, you can see that my belly is super bloated. Ah, my God, what a nightmare. Wait, look at this. Oh my God, that show, I was full. Yeah, that one. And in Cheesecake Factory, the menu is like a big Bible. And I remember I took like so much food. And then I know from that day, I stopped eating before my shows. I prefer either eating early in the day or after the show, but never like 4 hours before the show. I don't want to eat because. Wait, let me play that. Wait, I have to turn that off. check this out. Check this out. That show was crazy. The women were crazy that day. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I took a lot of stuff, a lot of parties.
Still my favorite friends. I want to hear you sing with me. Let's go, baby. If you let me be my man, I'ma let you down. I'ma do everything a man is supposed to be.
Tantric. It's just it's the club. Those were the days. Ah, that was crazy, bro. That was a crazy show. What up, Krista Killer? How you doing? Yeah, just like you always say, on the platform crashed during the verses. YouTube was the platform that stays. Yeah, exactly, bro. They're probably cousins. I want some black one Shada wear. Going to make my purchase tonight. Yep. Did you see the Cap Verde t-shirt? It's dope. Obrigado. Hey Adelaide, quando vou fazer show em Edmonton? Boa ideia. How was the C4 Pedro versus Mika Mendes? That was nice, but Instagram. So, as always, like, I don't need to tell you, sound is always bad on Instagram, and I mean, it was okay. It was nice. Like, they played a bunch of nice songs. C4 sound was. The problem is this: like, if you plug your phone to the directly to your sound system, the sound is good. If you put to the speaker, it really depends. Sometimes you put your sound so loud, but then Instagram just lower your sound. So that's what happened with C4. But I mean, all in all, I see people liked it. Me, I'm frustrated about those battles for exactly the same reason as always. But all in all, it was okay. You know, C4 was C4 and Mika was Mika. But you can watch everything on their Instagrams. Both parts are on both Instagrams. So where was I? We're talking about the Cheesecake Factory, like the one from Big Bang Theory. That one. Hey, what up, Cynthia? How are you? In Cheesecake Factory, you eat everything. It's like, well, they have a lot of cheesecake. They have a whole menu just of cheesecake, but then they also have a whole menu just of the first dish before your main dish, of entries that have like, and then they have everything. Like, I'm telling you, the menu is like this, and you take a few things thinking it's gonna be small, and then it's American ones. So it's like, that's crazy. What a name for a club, Tantric. Listen, everything about this club is Tantric. Everybody in there is under the Tantric. Bro, I can play videos of a lot of my shows, and that's my shows back in the days. I mean, they're still the same way, but less. But at that time, 10 years ago, nah, every show was like, people going crazy. Yeah. Did you go to CVS and buy Peep the Besmo? Yeah. Well, I should have for real. Ay. That's not true. Oi, Cláudia, como estás? Zook has to live on. Zook is alive. Just changing forms. Zook is alive inside Kizomba. Candy Zook is dope. Thank you. I seen a Kaysha show that wasn't. No. I didn't get that. Mesmo? Tá sabe mesmo? What up, Djalma? You were there. You. I would love to have all the Instagram of those girls. who are dancing like crazy. Mesmo. Muitos bons recuerdos. Women are definitely a loyal and dependable face base. Any artist who doesn't capitalize on that is sleep. Yeah, it is true, and women and kids until a certain age, and you know, your fan base is something. It's like flowers. You have to know how you have to pour the water, and you have to know how to treat them. You have to know how to set boundaries, but at the same time, you have to know. You have to give. You have to give, and you have to, like, when I do a show, I give. Every time I meet somebody, and when I'm on a serious relationship with someone, I take them to my show so if they want, or I show them videos. These are my shows. That's what I do, and it's not disrespectful. I know the limits, of course. There are some things that I don't do when I'm not single, and of course when I'm single it's different. But even then, I'm like, those people are here. They love you. They support you. In a way, they pay your rent. For those who buy those tickets, for those who stream those songs, and if touching you or holding your arm or grabbing your leg or worse, dancing with you for 10 seconds or 15 seconds can make their day. It is your job as an artist and your duty to give them that, as long as you know your limits and you understand that you are performing. I'm not there after the show taking everybody's number, because I'm very professional when it comes to performing. When I'm performing, and when I'm in the streets, I'm in the streets. And yeah, those shows were, yeah, like I got a bunch of those shows, and what is amazing about my career is I can show you the same video in 50 different countries. That's what amazing about my career is that it's not just about creating a loyal fan base in one city or one country. It's having one in France, in Portugal, in the US, in the different states of the US, in 10 or 20 different countries in Africa, building it in Asia, building it in Europe, going in Ukraine, and realizing that you built it there too. That's a great moment. And it's it's a great feeling for an artist to realize that in 20 years you've built that, and that a lot of these people are still here. Not, it's super easy to make a hit. Actually, there's nothing more easy than making a hit, because a hit is random. A hit is a cool song that comes out in the right time and meets the right people, and that all the radios or all the DJs or all the playlists, depending on the times, decide to push, and then it explodes, and all of a sudden you make money, you make a lot of shows, you make a lot of streams. Everybody's after you. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to, But that's easy. When you make a hit, you don't understand why you made a hit. Let's remember what happened to Kaysha 98 with Bounce Baby and the album I'm Ready, going to the album Worldwide Chico. I didn't know how to make a hit. I just made a hit by mistake. And when we listened to Caribbean Soul last session, you realize that I'm starting to understand what is a hit, how you make a hit. I mean, what is the components of a hit? All you can do is put the components. It doesn't mean it's going to be a hit. You can create the potential to make a hit, but once you understand that making a hit is easy, but what is hard is building a career that is lasting for years and years and years and years, and that can building a career when we can say, hey, this me in 98, this me in 2000, this me in 2005, that's me in 2010, that's me in 2015, that's me in 2020. What is amazing is when you meet people in their 20s and they tell you that their mom love you, but they love you too, but their mom love One Love and they love Malembe Malembe. Or when you meet people who say, yo, listen, I've been listening to you since I was 9 and now I'm 29, or since I was 20 or 30, now I'm 40 or 50. This is what is amazing. And this is way harder to do than making a hit. Because making a hit, yeah, you're in the studio, you make a song and blows up. Building a career is the ups and the downs, the left and the rights, the traitors and the loyals, the wins and the losses, the times when you win, but everybody think you're losing. The time when it's time to decide to disappear a bit from the game, only to come back later. Like these are what is the great moment. So creating a fan base, and as a man that is and even for women too, but as a man that is okay looking. Okay, I'm good looking. A man that is good, as a man that is good looking and has good songs, etc. It is actually great to have a woman, a loyal fan base of women. But I remember exactly the point where all the men stopped hating and they began fan themselves. And that is great when you can say, yo, I don't only have a loyal fan base of women, but also a loyal fan base of men. That's when it becomes great. That's when it becomes fun. That's when you have people who say, yo, I have things in my heart. I don't know how to tell them, but your songs, yeah, for every situation that I don't know what to say, I have a song by Kaysha that I can use and respect men. And so of course women have a different way of showing how they love you, and it depends from country to country, of course, and men have a different one, but it's great to have the respect of men too, and because it's harder to get, men, we are competitive. We like, yeah, we hate to see a guy with get all the ladies and stuff, but when you get guys that respect you for your body of work, that's the amazing moment. Todos os teus shows eram assim. O teu primeiro é São Tomé. Yeah, remember that one, São Tomé? Shit, that was crazy. Yeah, verdade. Oh, the avocado sliders. Oh my god. This is because of the avocado sliders. This is what killed me that day. Listen, I really hope they never open one of these in Portugal, because that would be the end of me. What up, Jeffrey? How are you? You know how it is. What up, Redune? Welcome, Shada gang. Yo, Club Matrix in Boston was definitely crazy, and there was a lot of people. Yeah, there was one that was also crazy. Maybe it was Minneapolis. Minneapolis is Prince City, right? I remember it was Prince City. I think it was Minneapolis. And it was like, interestingly, in the club that day, it was mostly Eritrean, Ethiopian people, and yeah, like the show was crazy too. That was amazing. Hey Zasha, hello, how are you? DJ Ama, yeah, but sometimes it's very hard to put a limit when they are so excited to grab an idol. Well, listen, the thing is this: your goal is to handle, you know, your goal is the security is here to handle the crowd. You are here to handle yourself and make sure they don't pass a certain limit. That's all you have to do. Then, I mean, after that, you know, you let them just have fun. It's like, it's just a moment in time, and it's a great moment for them. So, you know, it's all good. Wait a minute. There you go. Miss Onyx, how are you? You're right, building a career is where many talents get lost, or getting successful a hit but not being able to do more with it, or losing focus. Yeah, trust me, it is building a career. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I think the worst, I mean, yes and no. It depends of your how strong. It depends of the strength of the I never know how to pronounce this. Strength of your brains, like, and how emotionally strong you are. I believe that the worst thing that can happen to an artist is to have to survive your own hit. Because if you start with a banging hit, like your first song is a pure banger, then you hear, and now people expect you to either stay here or go up there. And if you go here, all of a sudden there's a pressure applied to you from the industry, from everybody, like, oh yeah, and people are quick to call you a one-hit wonder. People are super quick to the label. If you make 100,000 to your label with your first song, they expect to spend more for the next song, and they expect you to make them either another 100,000 or maybe 150. And even you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself because you want to make another hit and you want to stay in the level where you are. And if it's the beginning of your career, you don't know the ins and outs, and you don't know how to handle that pressure. Whereas if you are in here, your first song is here, and then you start going up and up and up and a little bit down and get a little bit up and a little bit, and once you arrive here, you're a veteran already, and you have a better way to handle this situation and to handle the pressure, and you become like me. When I make a hit, I'm like, great. I add them to the others. When I don't make a hit, I'm like, great. Another song, another asset in the catalog. And it takes you learning to fail to build a career. There's no artist who starts high up there and don't fall at a moment. And the most important is, how are you falling and how are you recuperating from the falls? And that's why it's better to start with a little jump and see how your legs are, and then you jump higher and higher and higher, because it's a career. A career is like that. no, the career is not like this till the end of your career. No, this doesn't exist. It goes up and down. People changes, your fan changes, preferences changes. You see all these girls in these videos. Some of them are mothers. They're married now, so they like if they came to my show today, they would have a completely different interaction with me because 11 years have passed. And if I go there and everybody is enjoying and remembering when they were wild and young, I will not be, oh my God, that's a bad show. No, I will understand that we are in a different space, all of us. And I will go there married. So even me, I will not accept some of those things that I would accept before. So, but for this, you need the experience to have lived through performing for 1 million people. I performed for 1 million people. To perform for 10 people. I perform for 10 people. And I can go from 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people in a big festival to a show that didn't work or for whatever reason, and there's 10 people. And for me, I will still come to enjoy and give joy to the people. You see what I mean? But as I know a lot of people, if they go to a show and there's not a lot of people, they will prefer cancel the show, or they will, yeah. I don't know if Beleza is still here, but I remember that one day we went in Cape Verde, and it was a big festival somewhere in one island. I don't remember where. I think it was in Fogo. And yeah, there was like 8 people. It was like a whole festival. It was not just me performing. It was, I don't remember, but I remember there was 8 people. And it was like a huge place. It was outside. And when we arrived, the people in the thing were like, yeah, we're so sorry, whatever. And I asked Beleza, so are we performing or like, and they were like, hey, if you want, like, you know, and I think it was the island that was paying the show. I was like, but what, they paid for the show? Yeah. But they say if you don't want to perform, it's okay. And I was like, no, I'm going to perform for those who are there. So what I did, I sat down on the stage and I called the 8 girls that were there, or I don't remember, 8, 10, 20, I don't remember. And I told everybody to sit down with me. And I asked everybody their names, and then I asked them, so what you want me to sing? And every time somebody was saying, I want this song, I was telling the DJ to play the song. And we did just a show like was intimate, and it was just me for them 4 girls. And it was actually an amazing show. And actually, instead of doing the 1 hour that I was asked to do, I actually did it 2 hours. And I remember Beleza was my DJ too, as well as my booking agent. And he was telling me like, yo, let's go. I was like, nah, what you want? What you want? Minneapolis, Minnesota has a large Habesha community. East Africa is strong there. Yeah. It was like, and I remember it was just after the crisis of the subprimes. So like half of the city was closed. The shopping center were like abandoned and stuff. It was really like in the hard times. But it was actually a great show, and there was not a lot of people, but yeah, it was great. It was great. It was a great time. DJ Negas, what up? Very big someone, yeah. Guys, did you hear that the worst thing to happen to an artist is having to survive your own hit? It is, man. You know that it took me, and the good thing, right? My first huge hit was Bounce Baby. I performed Bounce Baby maybe until 2005, and then I stopped performing that song. But this was a major hit. After that, I had Kaysha on Quoi in 2003. This is a major hit, right? And ever since I did that song, everywhere I go, people still talk to me about that song. This song is still my number 2 most streamed song in 2020 when it has been released in 2003. And But since then, I also have One Love, Question My Heart. What else I have? Fiona, Motema. I have Break My Heart, Prazer Prazer. I have Something Going On. I have, and I like it. And I have to survive a collection of songs that are what people consider the apogee of Kaysha, which is my third album, my fourth album, my fifth album. It's a Love, African Bohemian, and Legendary. After those albums, I had so many hits that whatever I was doing, people were comparing to One Love, to Question My Heart, to Something Going On. And whatever I would do, people would tell me, yeah, but why don't you sing like Music Warrior? Why don't you sing like whatever? Because those people who grew up with these songs, they linked me with their good memories in their heart with those songs. And whatever I do after, people, it's not that they are not interested. It's just that for them, their heart is already filled with those songs. And I used to be frustrated until I understood what is going on here. I got some songs by Jodeci, by R. Kelly, by Public Enemy, by Pete Rock and Seal Smooth, by Guy, by Aaliyah, by Gangstar, by Beastie Boys, by by Duran Duran, Bronski Beat, that are part of me growing up in France between 1980 and 1992. If you give me Will Smith and the Fresh Prince Summertime, I'm in Brussels, summer 92, doing my barbecues, and that song is the soundtrack of my life. And whenever Will Smith does new songs, it's not that I'm not interested. It's just that for me, Will Smith in my heart, in his discography, even if I know his hits after that, when he became an actor and when he did Welcome to Miami and those songs. But for me, the one that brings me somewhere, like if you play me Welcome to Miami, Benvenido in Miami, I'm not feeling emotional. I'm just happy because I like the song. But when you play me Summertime, it takes me to some happy memories in a certain time of my life, which is the time of building myself. And once you understand that as an artist, you got songs that you will do, and the people who grew up, the people who were between 15 and 18 when those songs came out, they will never forget those songs. And whatever you do after, it's like if for them the mission is done. And then you have to learn that the way to survive this as an artist is to create these new memories with your new songs to people who are between 15 and 18 5 years later. So it's not the same people. And you have to understand that some people will always associate you with the songs that they like. And it doesn't mean that they don't like you anymore. It just means that they like that version of you. And that if you want to continue building your career, you're going to have to build your career for another set of people. The set of people who are in the clubs, the set of people who are falling in love right now, the set of people who are going to make love for the first time on whatever new song you have. And so I build my strategy like that. In 1998, Bounce Baby, everybody that was a fan of this song is between 40 years old or 30 years old if they were a kid, and 50 years old. the fans of One Love today are between 50, 45, 30, 20. And then those people, they are the fans of One Love, Music Quarion. This is like, and then after that, I got the fans of Diamonds. Diamonds is 2008. So the people who discovered me on One Love, they probably don't know that I did Bounce Baby. They might know that I did One Love because from Diamonds, they went back to check the rest of my discography. But for them, it's Diamonds. And those are the Kizomba dancers, the explosions of the Kizomba festivals. This song is part of it. And a lot of these people, when you ask them, they tell you, oh, my first time dancing Kizomba was either Diamonds or Fiona or One Love. So more or less that energy, and it depends their age, right? Then in 2017, the new set of fans are the ones who love Malembe Malembe, who loves the new songs. And from the new songs, they are building their memories. And in 10 years, they will say, oh, you know, and then you understand that all your fans, and it's the same for me as like when I listen to music. Oh, thanks a lot, brother Krista Killer. And for me as a creator, I understand that about movies, about music, and when I release music, I don't let this frustrate me. I got a lot of people who tell me all the time, when do you release a song like One Love? And I always tell them, I have a ton of songs like One Love. It's just that One Love is a specific song for you because of what you felt at that time. And it's tied to your memories. Where were you when you heard One Love? I was in a university. Those were the days. I was in Angola. Now I'm in Manchester, etc. You see? And once you understand that, then every time you release songs, you are not trying to compete with yourself. And you just release songs for who's willing to listen to them at that moment. And I'm very fortunate because the song I released, for example, my new song that I released Friday, it's called Are You Gonna Tell Me? And this is already a hit. Why I know it's a hit? Because on a Tuesday, I had 10,000 streams. Normally on a Tuesday, I'm happy because I'm reaching 5,000 to 6,000 streams. I'm already at 10,000 streams. It means that this song is blowing up somewhere in the world for some people. And those people are building memories. And this doesn't mean that your old fans are not enjoying your new music. That's not what I'm saying, because I'm fortunate to have some people who've been listening to me since 2000 and 2000s, or since 1998, or some even before when I was just making rap shows. But what is amazing is to seeing the generations go and having people like, who tell you that my mother is your fan. Or, sometimes I'm in Miami, I'm chilling, and I meet some guys that look like gangsters, and they're like, wait a minute, are you Kaysha? And I'm Haitian. Listen, my mom is like your number one fan. I have to do a picture with you. And I'm like, listen, I don't even know your music, but I know you because my mom played your songs ever since I was a kid. Oh my God, that's an honor. And this is amazing. And some people, it makes them feel old. Me, it makes me feel blessed that I'm passing generations and the music is going from the mothers to the kids. And then sometimes after that, those people that, and that song, I love it. And then that song too. And you as an artist, you just continue your work, and you don't let the pressure of the hits. It's the pressure of the hits. It's, you have to, you have to take them as great moments in your career, but your career cannot be defined by your hits. Your career has to be defined by your body of work. Like man says, the typical vibe of the old Zouk still exists. Maybe at the end of your project. You know, music. One of my mentors always told me that music is a cycle. The reggaeton that you hear today, that has been banging. Maybe it's starting to fade out a bit, but the reggaeton that was banging like last year or 2 years ago, the J Balvins, all these guys, it's not new to me. But for everybody who's 15 years old, it's brand new. It's like, oh my God, reggaeton, that's the new thing. Da, 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 da. And the people who love Kizomba, they're like, yo, hey, these guys are doing like us. Like, this is Kizomba. Don't do. For me, 10 years ago, I remember when reggaeton exploded. 10 years ago. And then he faded out. And then he came back. And I remember 20 years ago when Papi Chulo was a banger, when Daddy Yankee appeared, and music is a cycle. You're gonna have, I take Zouk, Compa, and Kizomba as the same. I still didn't do my live about the story of those three, but I have to do it. I take Zouk, Kizomba, and Compa as the same sound from the same steps from the same round. And in every 10 or 8 years, you're gonna see that Compa comes back, then it's Kizomba, then Zouk, and then so on. And at a point, music becomes very electronic, and people are pushing, looking for new stuff. New producers come with new ideas. People who make hip hop come to Kizomba, and they put you have the urban keys, you have this, that. And at a point, everybody gets tired of the new stuff or the electronic stuff, and now they need something organic. This is when you have songs like my song with Lisa Lopez, Don't You? This is why I do it, because I know that we're about to get to the time of where people need to hear guitars, people need to hear something more acoustic, less R&B-ish, more traditional, and then it's gonna happen for a few years, and then people are gonna go back to looking in compa and reggaeton, whatever, and it's a cycle, because what is new for you might be old for somebody who's like 20 more years old than you, 20 years elder than you. To give you an example, everybody made a fuss when 5 years ago, Tropical House started blowing up with artists like Tigo? I don't remember his name, sorry. When Tropical House exploded, everybody was like, yo, this is the new form of house, etc. But the guys from Chicago were like, that's not new. Yeah, we used to call this in a different name back then in Chicago when we start doing some house and some people tried something slower. But trends, they come, they go. It's like, and you can see the same in fashion. One day it's gonna be everybody likes to wear camouflage, and then after that everybody wants to wear neon green, and then everybody wants to wear white, and then it's gonna be purple, and then once they're done with all the colors, they go back to the beginning, because once you did all the colors and 10 to 15 years passed, there's a whole new generations of customers, and these people, they didn't try no colors yet. So you're like, do you like something new? Camouflage. Wow, here's my money. Once you understand all these things, the music becomes an interesting game, because it's a mixture of art, of business, and of psychology. And a lot of artists, they don't do their homework. They come, they just think, I'm gonna do the music I like and that's it. Where, nah, you have to do the music you like, but you also have to understand what the people want, what the people like, what you can propose to the people. You have to understand that sometimes you propose something, it don't work. Sometimes you propose something and you make a hit. So once you have a hit, try to make a few clones until people are tired, and then be ready to have something else to propose. And by the time, I'm gonna give you an example. When I did Deeper for Nelson Freitas, all the artists knock at my door with money. Yo, we want a beat like Nelson Freitas. We want the same thing. And I had 20 clones ready. I Like It from ABG is a hit. It's a hit, but it's also a clone of Deeper. It's the same song with the same instruments, the same kick, the same snare drums, the same programming. It's just with different melodies. What else I have on that? Like at that time I had like Melodia from Eligio. It's the same song. It's just, and I probably did all these songs the same 2 days. I probably did like 20 of them, and I was like, okay, one for Eligio, one for Nelson Freitas, one for me, one for you, one for you, one for you. And then when people were tired of this sound, then I came with the Something Going On sound. And again, everybody was asking for this sound, so I was selling a bunch of clones. Then I came with the Raquel one because I probably heard a lot of Manu Lima and a lot of Philip Montero that time. And I was like, oh, let me do something that has that vibe, but with my hard-hitting drums. Boom. Then I did Raquel, and everybody again start asking for the polysynth, this. And those are formulas, and those formulas, they work for a certain time. And all you have to know is when people are tired of that one formula and have another formula to propose. And you have to learn to not go too quick, not too slow. And you have to always be ahead of the trend, not behind the trend, and not too much ahead, and so this is strategies. And at the same time, you have to not forget to be an artist. And sometimes you're gonna do a song like I have a song called Heartbreak. No, sorry. It's called what's the name of this song? Sorry, let me check. It's a love. Yeah, I have a song called Heartbeat. Sorry. So Heartbeat, let me make it here to you. Heartbeat is a song to me that is the moment where I'm just an artist. I'm like, okay, listen, you have Fiona, you have 88 BPM, you have Te Quiero, you have like Je sais qui elle est in this album, you have a bunch of hits, you have On Dit Quoi, you have a bunch of hits. Now, Heartbeat is a song for me, and I don't do it to make money, I don't do it to I do it because that's like what I'm feeling right now. And if people like it, cool. If people don't like it, I don't care. And it's not a song that was a hit. It's not a song that had that created something, but I didn't use the same bass I use usually. I did something different. But if for any reason that song blew up, I would have done another 10 like this and sold them to people. We're coming with the It's a Love listening party next week. Check it out.
Yo. If I ever forget my crew for you, if I ever fall in craziness, I promise you I will kill you. Stop your heartbeat, true, sit bro, never do anything to compromise my EQ. The seeker, you help me produce fat BDs and melodies, reminiscent bar of fantasy. No philosophy, I bless the wind. I'm blowing, smoking, killing myself. And if you wanna bless me right now, I'm ready. And if you wanna cry if I'm not here, yo, that's steady. Relationship we have, nothing I would have without all the have. Baby, let's dive, come on. Baby, let's get personal. Listen to my heartbeat.
So you see, In terms of rhythm, I'm not commercial because I'm in a very R&B-ish beat, but still having that Zouk R&B feel, Kizomba Zouk R&B feel. But I play the guitars like a R&B hip hop thing, and I rap on the song. I talk about music and a woman at the same time. I talk about how I'm not gonna do a song explanation because I'm keeping it for the listening party. But I'm talking about how when you meet somebody and you love, they are in competition with your music. But this is completely not a commercial song, but it's a beautiful song. And because I had on the same album a song like this one, that's a hit. This was done. That was done to hit somewhere, and it exploded exactly where I wanted. And because I did that, I could be an artist and just take care of my artistry. And in my albums, you can, if you listen to my album, not as a fan, not as a music listener, but more as to understand the strategy of how I do my songs, then you could see all these things that I'm talking about. And mind you, I can explain to you today, but back then when I was doing them, I had no idea that I was doing it. That's how my brain functions. I've been talking and I've been forgetting about all your. Where was I? Hey Nidia, what's up? A lot of longevity comes from falling a few times and learning to bounce back. Bouncing back means adapting and applying what you learned, not only in music but life generally. Yeah, listen, a lot of longevity comes from how you fall, and not only how you fall, but how you stand up. Like, you have to learn to fall and you have to learn how to stand up. And you have to be ready to have the energy to protect yourself from the falls, and at the same time the energy to be able to stand up. So while you are falling, you have to be concentrated on your going back up energy and on your absorbing the shocks, because a lot of people are waiting for you to fail, and those people, they might affect you in your psyche. They might. A lot of people love to talk, artists, like a lot of people, strangely, they love to see this, but they also love to see this, and it probably comforts them in finally, I'm not alone failing, or what. Who knows why people love to see people down. But yeah, you have to be ready for. And when I have either I fail or people think I fail, I love to take note of who's talking. I love it because when I go back up, the same people are here. Hey, we know it. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. In the basics, we need. Indeed. Yeah, exactly. That's completely true. There's music is something. Music is something emotional. It's something that really has that emotional aspect. Thanks again, Krishka Kilo. Thanks again. Emmanuel, how are you? Hey, Juju, how are you, sis? Bounce Baby was one of my best songs growing up in Africa in the late 90s. I was a fan of the song Not You until I heard Be With You 10 years later with my girlfriend. See? Exactly. It's my fan base in 98 was 95% women and probably 100% in France in terms of sales. France, Martinique, West Indies, Guyane. And my work for the last 20 years was transforming this fan base in 52% women, 48% men, and probably 100 different countries. And France is now something like 25% of my sales, my listening area, and then you have the rest of the world. And I love it knowing that some people like heard me for the first time in Africa, and you know, a lot of people like they think I stopped because they are not in the digital world, but that's a conscious choice. Yep, music is super cyclical, super. People come, yeah, they come back, they mix, they remix. Listen, it's simple. Like in one bar, there's only so many different patterns that you can do. Like kizomba, zouk, compa. It's more the same thing with the guitar. Reggaeton, dance, like, and once you understand those cycles, you decide as an artist where you want to place yourself in the universe compared to what is rocking right now, where you want to gravitate. You can decide to be spot on and do exactly what's working, or you decide to bet on what's going to work after that. If you understand the cycles, but you never know, because something new can happen, or something people call new but is actually not really new, because it's all everything is a remix of something. But all you have to do is be sure that you are not one of those artists who only know how to do one thing, because those ones they get washed with the whole thing. They get washed. It's like when the fashion changes, when the trend changes, they disappear with the trend. Hey, Malcolm Beast, congrats on this new hit, brother. Another one. Malcolm said that our last single is his favorite of all our collaborations. And we've been collaborating for a long time now. And that's a dope song. Oh, forgot to put the music. Been talking without my sound bed. What was I playing? I was playing some Jana Mari, brother. Raquel. Yeah, it's a great song. I think I'm trying to remember the story of Raquel. I think Raquel was, I don't remember if it was for Nico's album or if it was for mine. I know we released it in both albums, but I remember there was a story, or I'm not sure. I'll call him before I do the African Bohemian. Is he in African Bohemian? Raquel is in African Bohemian or Legendary? I don't remember. But I see what is his version of the story. Have you ever met a song that you were sure wasn't a hit in the studio but ended up being huge? Yeah, Kaysha, on dit quoi? Actually, I have most of my hits. I had no ideas. Like, I know when a song is a good song and that has a potential and will work more or less. What I don't know is when a song is gonna become like a banger, like or like, I don't know. When I'm doing Kaysha on dit quoi, I don't know that this song is gonna be played in, like, don't forget, when I'm doing Kaysha on dit quoi, we are in 2002. Today we are in 2020. There's 10,000 Shazams, about just Shazams of this song every month, and it is still streaming like, I don't remember, like 50,000 times per month. Like it is my number 2 most streamed song 20 years later. And I performed maybe this song in clubs and in stadiums and in every country in the world. Maybe, I don't know, probably performed that song, I don't know, 1,000 times. But when I'm doing it, how can this song be a hit? Look, listen. I'm not gonna play the song, but just to tell you something. Listen. On dit quoi is it's a song that is a 6-minute song. How are you gonna tell me that a song that is 6 minutes, the radios are gonna play that song? There's nothing here that says it's gonna be a hit. First, the song is 6 minutes. I put it track 11 in the album, which means that I'm like, nah, it's not, but it's a nice experiment. There's so many cultures in that song. First, I rap on the song. I rap in English. The chorus is in French. There's a Nushi in the song. There's Lingala in the song. There's a bit of hip hop. There's a bit of Mapuka. There's a bit of Zouglou. There's a bit of Ndombolo, Congolese rumba. It's a mix of all these things, and it's very well executed. That is true. But when we did the song, I remember making people listening to it, and they were like, I don't know, bro. Nobody told me it's a hit. Everybody was like, I don't know, bro. It's only until we do a licensing deal with in Ivory Coast with a label, and they print cassettes everywhere all around Ivory Coast, and they sell so much, then we realize, oh, we have to do a music video for this song. And once we do the music video for that song, Trace TV, that was starting at the same time, decide to play that song 10 times a day. And back then, a lot of video were crap. So because of the quality of that music video that was shot in film, and we put a lot of money on that video, this became an African anthem. And it started blowing up from Ivory Coast, and then it just spread everywhere. But trust me, probably the only person who could know it was a hit was my mom. My mom told me that's the hit of your album, and I was like, nah, mom, it's 6 minutes. It's too long. The radios won't play that song. Listen, the radio play that song. Like, the radio play that song. The DJs play that song. Like, and everywhere I go, people asking me, on dit quoi? So, but trust me, I had no idea. Yeah, it is what it is. A lot of songs are like that, you know. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of, you put a song in the world and you let it live. You let it become whatever it has to become. Thank you. That sound you made for Elise, your Angel, was so dope. It's still blowing my mind until this day. Thanks you. Yeah, Angel is dope. Did I produce that one? I don't even know. Hey, kisses from Brazil. Kisses Camila. Kisses from Lisbon. And kisses from everybody else. Everybody, put a kiss from where you are to Camila in the comments. It's fascinating to live this life about music. I love that. We learn a lot of things. Thanks a lot, sis. Thanks a lot. Right now, I listen to a lot of Nigerian music. That's the bit is interesting. Yeah. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of South African music and a lot of house music. Yeah, I love to go on Spotify and explore. I love to explore genres. You know, I love to go and, for example, I would go to something I do, for example. Let me show you. Something I love to do, for example, I love to go home. And then, no, it's not at home. Yeah, home, it's not here. I love to go to browse. and then I will go to where is it? No, it's not here. Charts. I go to charts, and then I go to the viral 50, top 50 or viral 50 by country, and then I will just go in a country like Hong Kong, and then see, and then I listen to what they love. And look, there's nothing we know here. And look, the number one song by this artist that I don't know how you say his name in Hong Kong, right? And now I will go and I will open one release and I will play it and see if there's something I like and see if there's something that I can do myself there. If there's, or even if those artists have an Instagram, and send a message. Yo, bro. Yo, sis. I love your last song. I heard on Spotify. I would love to do a track with you. Have you ever heard of Kizomba? Have you ever heard of Zouk? Have you ever heard of reggaeton? Have you ever heard of, yo, you want to do house? I know how to do everything. Have you heard of Amapiano? Let's do Amapiano in Chinese. These are the things I do. Explore, learn, collaborate with people that, listen, if I say to people, hey, who do you think I should collaborate with? People will tell me, yo, Nelson Freitas, Looney Johnson, George, like the usual ones. But there's no fun here for me because I've been collaborating with these guys for years. And I understand that people love the collaboration, so if they can have another one, it's great for them, and I'm not against that. But it's way more exciting for somebody like me to go explore and check it out and find the Instagram of the people, send them a message and collaborate and say, hey, listen, let me invite you in a song and invite me in a song, and maybe I can have 100 new fans in Hong Kong. See what I mean? And it's the way I am. It is fire. I recorded the whole song in 25 minutes. I heard the beat, I was like, yeah, that's the one. I remember 3 p.m., something like that. I just put the song, poof, recorded. I actually wanted to record something tonight, but I didn't know I would speak so much. Like, I love to say that all the time, but it's really true. I usually come here and I'm like, I have nothing to say. I want to know the story behind this song and who's Raquel. I will do the African, Raquel is in African Bohemian or Legendary. So when I do the listening party for that song, Raquel, I will tell the story behind the song and who is Raquel. Malcolm El Brujo. The next battle, we want to have 2 women. But I probably will not be part of this because I have to concentrate back on my things. But I'm still going to be consulting with them. But me and we want to go back to making our thing. Like, I have my music single every Friday, an album that I'm trying to finish, plus live shows at night. And sometimes in the afternoon, depending on where I feel. It takes too much time to be in organization of these things, but we have a lot of ideas and we talk to a lot of artists that really want to do it. At the same time, I'm still frustrated with Instagram. Like, I don't think it's the best place to do it. I think there's so many ways that you could do it. I think that, for example, here, something great I could do would be, for example, it's just ideas, right? I'm throwing ideas. Imagine that I pick two beat makers and both of them send me 5 beats each. And I have let's say a group chat with them privately, and they tell me play track number 1 or track number X, and I'm here playing the tracks, and then you guys decide who's the winner. That's way more fun for me because the quality will be completely different. You see what I mean? And this is something that I would love to do way more than watching battles on Instagram with a sound that is horrible. But yeah, we definitely want to do 2 queens. Like, we're thinking about who's available, who has the desire to do it. But like, you know, our music hasn't just been fast. The culture has not been just built by men. The voices of some amazing queens are part of this culture, and we really want to pay tribute to them. So probably this is going to be yeah. And that song has a long story behind it. Nobody, bro. On dit quoi aussi bénéficier de la vague coupée décalée issue de la crise ivoirienne. And that's the great thing about it. Coupé décalé came just after On dit quoi. So On dit quoi came out in December 2003, and I think Coupé décalé in January and February exploded. So it was just, yeah, it was like, whew. And actually this is one of the most sold Coupé décalé songs. That's crazy. Yeah, like Crystal Killer, c'est ça que je suis en train de dire. Quand j'ai dit c'est vraiment une question de timing, la bonne chanson au bon moment, au bon endroit, dans la bonne crise, and boom. It's, yeah. See, Camila? Yeah. Yes. I'm proud of you, Shada gang. You forget to say Canada. That was crazy. I was drugged. I was on drug when I made that beat. Listen, that beat is crazy. That's the song I'll play when I'm done with this today's live. This is a great way to discover pop music from different countries, and I think you and Takura from Zimbabwe would make one of the best songs ever made in life. I don't know who this is, but yes, I'm down. Let's go. Let's do it. Connect us. I'm gonna check his music. I found it. Okay. I'll check out his stuff. I love discovering new people and working with new people. It's way more interesting than always working with the same people. It's not, and it doesn't mean that working with the same people is bad. It's just that, yeah, it's boring to work with the same people all the time. To me, some people play it safe. Same beat, same artist, and it works. Me, I like to discover stuff. I like to work with different beat makers. I like to use my platform to showcase other people too. You know, it's a great way to give back. I think you and Erykah Badu or India Ari would be good. I would love to hear the Zuki Mostik. Oh, come on, man. You didn't hear my song with India Ari and Salty Soul? Matt, where are you? I cannot play it here. but I'm gonna put the link. Sauti Sol, my everything. This is the new hit. I don't even know how many streams he got yet. Oh shit. Wow, already 300,000 views in 10 days. Whoa. 1,000 comments. Listen, you have to go check out this song. It's a song that I produced for Sauti Sol, and it's featuring India Ari. It's the first time an American superstar ever performed on a Kizomba beat, and by moi. And listen, this song is like, India Ari killed that beat, and my boys from Sauti Sol, they killed the beat too. So you really have to check that song. Like, I heard she wants to do a video. She really she's eager to shoot a video. It's just because of the virus and the situation out there, they couldn't do it yet. But you have to check that out, man. Where are you? Of course you heard it. Singing. Nah, I can sing with India Ari. She's above my level. She's like, I would be scared to say anything. She like, nah. Erykah Badu too. Like, I would love to produce. I mean, nah, I'm not scared. Like, but I would love to produce. Yeah, produce for them, or produce and sing, or rap. That would be nice. Yeah. The title of it was Don't Believe the Hype. What did you have in mind when you titled it? Yeah, I'm coming there. I was thinking about it actually. I'm about to go there. Usually I take this from the beginning, but the conversation was popping. But I will talk about the hype, and let's say what you think about it. Since I started listening to more Spotify and other genres, I found a lot of stuff and new artists alike. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of... The fact that you can listen to everything, either you keep listening to the same thing, or you start going and discovering new playlists. And listen, I discovered genres. Me on Spotify, I discovered stuff like I didn't know what was cumbia. I didn't know what was trapaton. I didn't know like what was amapiano. Like, I've been discovering a lot of genres, and every time I discover something I don't know, I'm like, I want to play. And then I start trying to produce, trying to understand how they do. Like, yeah. Like, there's and even as a fan, it's like reading. The more you read, the better you talk, because you read a lot of words, you see a lot of ways to do phrases, sentences, and it makes you more intelligent. And in music is the same thing. As a listener, the more genres you listen to, the more you're open-minded and more you enjoy different things. And as a producer, or as a singer, or as an artist, the more you listen to music that is not your genre, the more you discover new stuff, and the more you learn to do stuff. And even when you go back to making kizomba, because you've been listening to a lot of trap, you can put some trap in your kizomba. Like, there's so many things you learn from listening to other people and how they approach music. It's the thing, like, just don't be selfish. I think you and Laconi should collab. This kid is amazing on Zouk. I never heard of him, and I'd love to. I'm gonna check it out too. I'm gonna let me check it out. Laconi. All right. Oh, he has only one song. Yeah, I'll check it out. That might be nice. I also have to do a track with Matt Music's artists. This I like his stuff too. I'm by I mean, this is the end of the quarantine, but once I'm done with this album, because I do tracks every Friday, it's not like, back in the days when you had an album, you had to pick and choose the people you would do features with because you only have the 74 minutes in a CD. I can virtually record unlimited music because, as you've seen, I record with this microphone my songs and I mix them with this computer. So I can record a track with anybody for Friday. It's just that, of course, I'm not gonna record with people who I don't like what they do, or they don't have talent, or it doesn't bring me nothing, or whatever. But I don't mind doing featurings with people that I like, or if I like somebody's music, or if people tell me, hey, you should discover that person, and a lot of people send me messages every day to do songs with them. Of course, I have to pick and choose a little bit, but if somebody does good music and there's a good business to do, I'm always down for it because, yeah, listen, I do songs every Friday anyway. So, one of these, like, I could do like, sometimes I set up goals. Like, I'm like, okay, in the month of August, all the songs will be featuring with somebody. That's what I did when I did the featuring with Lisa Lopez, then I did the featuring with Pearl, then I did the featuring with Shelly M, and another, and it was only features. That's the great thing about the freedom of doing singles. You can do singles with people all the time. How can we reach you? I got some song demos. You can reach me on Instagram or Kaysha@kaysha.com. That's my email. Easy. Well, if you look on my YouTube, there's a link in there for my email. Kizomba didn't blow up here like it should because mainstream African American singers didn't collaborate. That's my observation. There's something true in what you say because, of course, the Americans they hold the media and stuff. But at the same time, in the US, right? Yeah. If you want to penetrate the market, you have to perform with some people. That's why the song with India Ari is actually a power move, because the more songs I do, the more beats I produce for different people, the more you can create something. And all you need is one. You need a Drake. You need somebody who is huge, who hears one of your beat that you did with one friend, and they're like, "Yo, that's the guy called Kaysha," and then people connect you, and boom, 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 and poof. And all you need to do is make those power moves. Make sure the right people are singing the right songs, and at the same time, you have to be open-minded about your music, because you have to realize that a lot of us Africans, we have these things where we want our music to explode, but at the same time, we want to keep it to our chest. This is how Zouk fuck itself. They didn't want other people to do Zouk. They didn't want the Portuguese to do Zouk. Like when you would play them Kizomba, they were like, nah, that's not the right way to do Zouk. Like, and if you're not open-minded about your music, your culture doesn't travel. Look how the Americans do it. The Americans, after the war, they have been using music and culture, movies, to spread their culture. It's called a soft power. Is how a government can, without war, make the whole world believe that they are the ones. So all the superheroes For a long time, Superman, Batman, all these people were all white Americans. So the whole world start thinking that, yeah, if there's aliens attacking the world, Americans will save us because we all seen the movies with Will Smith. And every time, like, it's called soft power. And this is why the South Korean government is funding K-pop, because it's the same thing. It's a way to push your culture to other countries, and it's a psyche game. It's a way to invade other countries. It's a way to invade other countries without weapons. And yeah, the Americans are very good at this game, and as Africans, we have to learn to be as good as them at this game, which is, and the Nigerian have been doing a great job with Afrobeats, with songs that are spreading into popular culture. Kizomba actually has done a great job pushing African culture, because Ukraine, Russia, Portugal, China, Thailand, all these places have people learning and dancing and hearing Kizomba. But when this happens, everybody has to stop being angry, and they have to embrace it, because these are power plays, and you have to love the power plays. But most artists, they will complain because, they're stealing our culture. Nah. Power moves, strategies. That's how you have to see this whole game. Because the more people you have loving your genre, the more money you can make as an artist. Because instead of having 10,000 fans who are potential customers, if you have 1 million, you can make more money. And you can have way more fans as a creator. The problem is a lot of creators are scared to lose their little piece of the market. So they rather have a small market where they are big instead of being nobody in a huge market. But listen, if you are nobody in a huge market, but nobody is this, instead of making 1,000 a month, you will make 10,000 a month, even if you are nobody. But I mean, I guess, where was I? I got a singer from Sao Tome. I'd like you to work with her, Bruna Lee, see if you like her sound. Guys, send me everything by email. Or Kaysha@kaysha.com. Send me stuff. I'd love to listen to stuff. I'm always open for collaborations. What inspired you on Rituna? I collapsed when I heard that song, Kimberly. Rituna, it was me with Karine, and I've known Karine since I was probably 17, 18. Back then she was a rapper. She was one of the dopest French rapper I know. She was rapping with my elder sister, and so she sang that song about, she actually was the one who wrote the lyrics about going back to her land, because she's from French Guiana, from Cayenne, and because I lived there too, we decided to have a song about leaving Europe and going back to not our country. I mean, I've been adopted in so many countries, but it was like going back to Cayenne and leaving the skyscrapers and the gray sky and going back to nature. And so Rituna means in French Guiana Creole, Rituna means to return home. So that's what we talk about in the song. So I remember, I think my lyrics are, I came from Africa, we rhymes a million. So what I'm saying is, like, I came from Africa and I came here to find the dreams, the lights, the thing. And all I found here was stress and thing, and I want to go back. That's what we talk about in the song. I'm sending one of my tracks now. Maybe we will collab someday. Go ahead. I'm always down. Send if I like, I will tell you. If I don't, I will tell you too. I've been trying to find great singers from São Tomé. Any recommendations? Well, you have Kalema. You have what was his name? Beleza. What was the name of the guy? Beleza. Tell us the name of good singers from São Tomé. I mean, there's Kalema and there's two others that I know, but I don't want to say their name wrong. But Beleza knows. One of the things I'm doing now is getting bachata singers to sing zouk and kizomba. Yeah. And bachata singers have a public that is huge. I actually, not only I would love to sing with bachata singers, I would also love to sing on bachata. Fizeste show de 2 horas. Isso é nada. I'm here 3 hours. Yeah. You were talking about in Cape Verde. Yeah. Damn, you replied 5 hours later. I performed 32 songs. He's talking about back when we were in Cape Verde and there were only 8 people in the show. That was crazy. Thanks. Yeah, it's a point of view, you know. The thing is this. My way of seeing music is completely different from most artists. Yeah, Daniel Santa Cruz is somebody that I've been speaking with him for 3 years about doing a song together, and then we never do. I always forget to send the beats to those guys, but I have to do a list of all the people that I think I have a list of all my featurings that I want to do. Wait, let me see. I have a whole list of Shada where? Sorry. What's the name of my features? Let me see. Featurings? Let me search for featurings. Notes. No. Where is this? Let me see on my notes. Featurings. Interesting. Why I can find nothing? Featurings for my next album. I've been thinking of doing featurings with Filho da Zua. Talked to him already. He's down. Marcia, she's down. Sotisol, they already have a beat. Ocean she's the daughter of a friend of mine. She has an amazing voice. Lisa Lopez, this is done. I can erase that one. Not that I won't do other songs with her, but too fun, yeah. I talked with them. Felicia Ross, she's waiting for the beat. Josie Santos, that's recorded already. Mac Tire from France. Juancho Style from Colombia. I sent him a beat, but I should actually send him a message now saying Mokobe, Marvin. Let me send a message to this guy and tell him that I'm still waiting. Juancho. Hey, brother. I'm still waiting. I love sending those messages. Boom, sent. Where was I? Of course, I know Kalema. He's always saying, of course. He asked me a question, then he's I seen you in the video, Te Amo. Are you behind that production? No, the production is classic, but they wanted to invite everybody that was a part of the pillars of the genre, and they graciously invited me. Those guys are good, and they're I made them hear some beats for my next album, and should invite them actually. Good luck on all these artists and beat makers on here sending music to Kaysha. I don't know anyone with his career level that offers this type of platform. Watching a beat critic live on here was amazing. We should do another beat critic. I don't know why I called it Beat Critic Friday, but we should just call it Beat Critic Volume 2. But we should do another one. That was great. That was a great moment. We should maybe next live. But thanks, AJ. Hey, Camila. Again, I know you speak a lot of languages. Do you think that it is as important? Do you think that it is an important thing when you are making this tour around the music world? Speaking a lot of languages, it's an amazing tool because you can actually sing any song that is, let's say for example, the fact that I was singing Zooks in English had spread Zouk itself, because a lot of English speakers, they heard of Zouk or they liked the Zouk, but because they all of a sudden they were understanding the language, it helped them enjoy the music even more because now they could sing along. The fact that I can sing in French gives me a market in France. The fact that I sing Spanish or Portuguese also allows me to do songs in Portuguese or Spanish and Lingala and everything. So it probably is the reason why my career is so international. The fact that I speak all these languages, that's an amazing tool. The more things you can do, the more you can diversify. Let's say you do a lot of songs in English, and at a point people are tired of you because you had a lot of those songs, and you can disappear for 1 year and just make songs in French and go in another market and destroy that market, perform a lot in this market, and then when people are starting to miss you here, you go to Brazil and you sing a lot of songs in Portuguese. And now it's been 2 years. The people who were tired of you, they're like, where is he? We miss you. And when you come back, you're a hero again. And you can have these strategies. This is a strategy I used to do all the time. I used to say, okay, 1 year of shows in Portugal, and when they're tired of me, I don't come back for 2 years or 1 year. And then I go to Angola, go to the US, and then, tired of me? Okay, now I'm in France, Belgium, Switzerland, French show, and then I'm back to Portugal. And then you don't burn all your energy and all the energy of your fans, and you can come back and recreate excitation when you come back. Because the problem of a lot of fans, the problem of a lot of artists is that they only have a small market. To give you an example, a lot of artists are only famous here in Portugal. Portugal it's 11 million people. So by the time you did like 5 or 6 singles, or you've been performing for 3 years, you've performed in all the club 4 or 5 times. And whether you want it or not, nobody is new 2 times. So once you perform the first time, they love you. Second time, they love you. Third time, they love you, but hey, I was there already 2 times, so this time I'm not going. After 5 times performing in every club, the club owners start telling you, yeah, it's a long time you don't have a hit, blah, 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 blah. And now you're looking for a hit to do because you're trying to stay relevant in a small market. Where let's say now that you have, at the same time you have your 10 songs in Portuguese, you have 5 songs in French. All of a sudden you have access to France, which is a market of 60 million people. And Zouk clubs or African clubs are in a much bigger territory. So now you can start going to this territory, and once you're done with France, you can go to Belgium because they speak French too, or Switzerland or Luxembourg. And then you can go back to Portugal. If they're still not ready to have you, you can try the Portuguese ex-colonies. You can try São Tomé. You can try Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, right? But let's say you also have 10 songs in English. Something going on. I like it. Then you can try the US. Then you can, and this is why the fact that I sing all these languages is a strategic advantage on a lot of artists. There's not a lot of artists that can do an interview in English, an interview in Portuguese, an interview in French. Like, I can do that. The other languages that I speak, I wouldn't do a whole interview in Spanish, would be hard, or in Lingala, but I understand when people speak. Even in the West Indies, when people speak, I can understand, but then I will reply in French. But the fact that you can speak so many different languages means that you can spread your strategy and your market strategy in so many different places. Let's say tomorrow I wanna try something in Brazil. I can not only invite some Brazilian singers, but I can sing either in English or in Portuguese, and they will understand me. And even if I have an accent when I speak, it's all right. I can come and sing songs in different languages. Who are the kings of this strategy? Are the Koreans. Groups like BTS, like G-Dragon and all these guys, they release albums in Korean, in Japanese, and in Chinese. The same album, they do different covers, and the same songs they sing in all three languages, and then they send to everywhere. So when they go to China, they sing the songs in Chinese, and then when they go to Japan, they sing the same song in Japanese, and when they back home, they sing the same song in Korean. And that's amazing, because instead of having access to their market of I don't know how many people are in South Korea, so I'm not gonna say a number that is stupid, or Japan, they have access also to 1.5 billion Chinese people. And this is just understanding that you are not only a musician, but you are also a strategist, and you are also a businessman, and you have to understand what you do with your assets. So that's the answer to your question. Yeah, Marcia, I sent her a song already. I sent her one, but she didn't like it. I'm gonna tell you what song I sent her, but she didn't like it. But I'll send her another one. What is the song I sent to Marcia? I sent her this one. This album, I have 39 songs already. What song did I send to Marcia? No, that's not this. And don't be on the stage, showstopper tonight, baby. All good, do my thing. What's the song I sent to Marcia? Interesting. I think I sent her that song. So now I have to find another girl to propose this to. Just a demo. Yeah, I sent her that one, but she was like, I want something more melancholic and whatever. So I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna do something different to send her. But yeah, I got some. Malcolm, send me a beat to do with Marcia. I just started working with Mr. Nino from London. Oh, Mr. Nino. How is he? And Andre from France. And Andre just released a CD on YouTube I did on a beat called Novella. Check it out. Send me the links, bro. Send me the links. Email me the links. I'll be happy to check it out. Dominique Mart will be on DDS EP. He wants to sing more Kizomba. Look him up. I can hook it up. He's a great singer. Send me the links. I know. I think you got some African music platform channel. I didn't know you were Congolese 10 years ago. I thought you were from the West Indies until you speak a lot of French. Yeah, I don't believe nationalities are important in music. I believe that music is the only thing that doesn't need a passport to travel, and music can transcend nationalities. And people want to limit themselves to who they are. So because I'm Congolese, I have to sing this. And I don't believe in that. I believe that music is freedom, and actually, if you sing, when you are a singer, it doesn't matter where you're from, and especially like me, I'm a Pan-Africanist. I represent Africa more than the rest, and I still love the world, and I'm a product of so many cultures that it didn't matter, and the fact that people didn't know where I was from was letting people let go this idea of, oh, he's not from my country. So no, people were like, oh, I love this country. And by the time people knew where I was from, it was too late. They loved me already. So that was also part of a strategy. Yep, Malcolm Beats made 4 beats for Marcia. And when is she releasing this project? We are waiting for the return of the Queen. Ikara Music, what up, brother? How are you? Out of quarantine, we have to meet. I have to go to the studio. I'm coming back in your zone soon. I'm going to take all your artists and make featurings. No, I'm not asking. I'm telling you. I'm joking. I freaking love singing Angola and Kizomba and mixing some language, some linga like Sikwat and Puto Portuguese. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the way it has to be. Mixing. Yeah, brother. Yeah, and you know, your artists are probably seeing this now. You have, for example, you have one of Yasmini, which is one of your artists on your label. You have done incredible things with her on these past 5 years. In Kizomba, nobody is stopping her, right? In Portugal, but she's not new anymore. It's not a problem. It's just a fact. So because she's not new anymore, she's not gonna be able. I mean, she can do the usual song she does because it works, but she's gonna have to start proposing different stuff too, and just even for her to not be bored about music, she's gonna go soon, in 5 years. Yeah, she's not gonna be the new girl in 5 years, just because of life and time and all the people who love her today, like to death, like fanatics. They will move to people who respect her and people who accompany her. And at a point, when she's 30, there's gonna be a bunch of new 20 years old who's hungry. And this is the life of the artist. And you have to, as an artist, you have to know that. And as the head of Ikaga Entertainment, this is something like us, you, me. That's the thing we tell our artists all the time. Me, something I've been telling Sumia, Looney, Elisio, ABG. Yeah, guys. Right now, you are it. One day, one kid will sit here. When this kid is ready to sit in your space, I hope that you are already in the next 10 kilometers further. Because if you are here trying to stay here forever, either they will sit in your space, whether you want it or not, and they will put you out, or maybe they will just pass you and go to the next one. And then at a point, that's what I was saying in the last live. And this, as an artist, once you understand that, yeah, the things you are doing right now in 10 years? What are you going to do? And a lot of artists, they don't ask themselves those questions. They just think that they're going to be here forever and they're going to be the best forever. They're going to be the number one forever. And it's just impossible because, yeah, once you have 2 kids or a husband or a restaurant or who knows, life changes, your business changes, and you have to be ready for that. And sadly, a lot of artists, nobody teaches them that. And careful, nobody is new 2 times in the same market. But you can be completely new in China tomorrow. Me, I can become a superstar in China tomorrow. I can do the next Gangnam Style or in Korea. Or I can have a reggaeton that explodes in Puerto Rico and in Mexico and those songs. And those people don't know me. Do you know what is my number 1 song right now? Let me show you. Where's Spotify? Look. My number 1 song, Kaysha. It's Havana. It's a bossa nova. It's a bossa nova. Almost 3 million plays. And it plays, how do I show that? If I go to the stats of that song, where's Havana? There you go. So this song plays every day almost 10,000 times, and it's on 3,500 playlists, and it plays more in Spain, in Mexico, in Argentina, in Brazil. Look, Mexico, Argentina, I'm new there. They're discovering me. For all these people, look, these places, for them, I'm a new guy. They're like, yo, who's this Kaysha guy? And those people, when they go to Spotify, they discover that this Kaysha guy has already 10 albums, a bunch of singles and remixes, and he has, and that's the fun part of it for me. Because in Portugal, I don't care if I never do a hit anymore. Because not only I'm not new here, but here is not new to me either. I've been performing here since 2003. I did all the clubs already. I'm done with, like, if I have a show, I'll come. I'll be happy to do it. But it's done. I've been everywhere, from Alentejo to the north Porto over there, to the south, to Algarve, to Portimao. I've been everywhere. So this territory, for me, I consider it done. I came here to live. I didn't come here to do a career, in the contrary to what other people think. I didn't come in Portugal to have a career in Portugal. I had my career in Portugal done before I came. I came here because the rent was cheap, and I was more rich with the money I was making in Portugal than from France. That was a power move. It was a strategic move. It was not a music move. But when I see that I have a song that is destroying the game right now of streaming in Mexico and Argentina, what I'm thinking is, I've never been there. If I'm new there, wait a minute. There's 1 billion people there that if they know me, okay, what they like a bossa nova? Okay, let me do a bossa nova album just for them. This is how I think. Where was I? Thank you. I need somebody to sing on it. Shada always turns a music networking conference. That's true. Question, quelle est ton opinion sur le futur des artistes et DJ après tout ça dû au Covid-19? Parce que pendant longtemps, je pense que ce ne sera plus comme avant. So what he's asking is, what is my opinion in the future of artists and DJs after all this? They're fucked. Listen, let me talk about France, right? In France, the business of nightclubs, discotheques, bars, DJs, dancers, bouncers, bartenders, whatever's, is 100,000 people. And these people are forgotten by the government because this is the last place they will want to open. Because the last thing the governments want is 5,000, 500, 1,000, a festival where everybody is sharing viruses. And this is also the reason why I'm not going to protests. I fully, and I'm coming to my main subject of tonight, but I completely side with the people who are protesting. But at the same time, there's a virus. And I applaud the courage of all the young people who've been protesting for 2 weeks. But I'm also scared at the same time of the repercussion on a sanitary level. Because it's just like a festival of people yelling and people spreading germs. And I really hope that we will not see a spike of all these people who were protesting for justice and a bunch of them becoming sick. I really hope that this doesn't happen. I hope that this doesn't happen in Portugal. I hope this doesn't happen nowhere. And I think that I don't know when the club are gonna open. And when they open, how? Like, how do you, like, you're gonna put a bouncer in the middle of the stage to tell people to not be too close to each other? You want to have a club that is open with only a third of the people inside? That's gonna be strange. What, we cannot kiss in the club? So where do I kiss the girl that I just met then? And it's problematic. And I think those who were ready, those who make money from alternative ways are like me, they're gonna be okay. Those who only rely on performance, they've been screwed for a long time already. I mean, you have a whole roster of artists, and in your label who's okay and who's not okay. Those who are okay are those who made a lot of shows before and they have some money on the side. Those can survive another, I don't know, 1 month, 2 months. But those who were not making a lot of shows or who had a smaller cachet, or those ones are just, they're not making any money for a long time. So I think a lot of clubs will close. In Paris, they are saying that 30% of the clubs will not open back because they still have to pay the rent. They still have to, there's a difference where, because the thing is this, if you don't pay something, if you don't pay the rent, then it's the people who own the place who suffer. So at a point, the people will say, no, I don't care about whatever, you have to pay the rent. So if you have a club, you end up saying, you know what, I'm not gonna pay a rent for, I don't know, a club in Portugal, I think you have to pay 5 or 6 or 7,000 of rent every month to the government. And so if you have nobody in your club for 3 months now, how you pay your rent? So you're gonna pay in the beginning because you have some money in the some cash reserve, but at a point when your reserve are over, all you can do is close because you're not gonna pay, and nobody tells you when it's gonna open. So either the governments decide to back up all the artists, like they back up all the playing companies, like what they deem essential to society. Either they let you die, and artists, nobody cares about us for real. Like the only people who can save the artists right now are the fans, the music lovers, and you can donate or you can send a super chat to save the artist you love. And it's not just for me. If you like an artist, you go to their Spotify profile and you look for donation link and you give them €5. This might save them. A lot of people don't think about that, but a lot of artists, they leave. I said that before. A lot of artists, they leave from show to show. And listen, if the artists don't perform, the DJs of the artists don't perform. The managers of the artists are not making money either. The production, the securities, like there's a lot of people who are around. Even when you think about superstars, you're like, yo, but you know, they're fine, they have a lot of money. Wait a minute. What about everybody that work around them? Somebody who does the security for you, if you stay home, they don't do the security anymore. And these people, they just home, they have kids too. They have a rent too. And I think things are gonna change seriously, like, because at the time that we are speaking, there's no remedy, and there's still a virus out there. It is contained in some places, like in Europe, but in South America, it's in Brazil, it's a nightmare. I don't know if Camila is still here, but in Brazil, it's crazy. It depends where, of course, in Brazil, but in the big cities, it is crazy. So it's not a good look, bro. You, for real, bro. And the thing is this, like, every artist that I've been with, I try to teach them things, but then some will listen, some will, after you talk, they go talk to somebody else who tell them exactly the opposite. So what you gonna do? Big bro, I hope to see you back in Toronto after the pandemic. Yeah. I definitely, African Gangnam Style, yeah. That song was crazy. You know, Gangnam Style, you need one song like that and it's over. Like, you did the song like that and a good way to get into a new market, even if you don't speak other language, is to invite an artist from that country in a featuring. Yep, exactly. And then you get their fans. This is why I do a lot of featurings, because and I'm trying to do featurings outside of the genres that I'm famous in, because I want the fans of these people to follow me, and my fans to discover those people too. And it's a good exchange. I like to do exchanges like this with artists. Chelsea Chantel on that track. No touching, kissing, dancing in the club. In other words, stay home. Well, you can be in the club without touching people. Or not, Mylis? You a toucher, huh? In Canada, the government provided a commercial rent relief program, but still many businesses had to close, including clubs also. And it's important to support our type of artists. Indeed, like, yeah, listen, And you know, a lot of artists are scared to ask for donations. A lot of artists are, they're scared to. Me, I don't have a problem. I'm like, I believe that I'm giving value to the people, and for that value, for that value, if people wanna give a super chat or do a donation on PayPal, I don't mind it. I think it's normal, and there is no small money. If somebody gives you €1, if you have 1,000 people giving you €1, that's €1,000. That's your rent. That's how I see things. But some countries, the government back up, but those are rich countries. Some other countries, like look in Congo, for example, the government, the president say, okay, on quarantine, people you don't need to pay your rent. But they didn't tell the people who own places who's gonna pay them. They just told people, yeah, you don't pay the rent. But now the government is supposed to pay you then if the people don't pay the rent. So my mother, for example, she owns a few apartments. She has one building with apartments, another one, and it's been 2 months that nobody's paying the rent. And they're like, oh, the government said. So now the problem is, once the party is over, you're gonna have to pay 2, 3, 4 rents. You ready for that? And that's where, this thing is creating a huge shift in everything. This is like right now, what we are going through is survival of the fittest. If you're smart, you will survive. If you're in the right places, you will survive. If not, yeah, it's over. And it's sad. We should do more live with artists and invite the fans to support their idols in these times of crisis. They have bills to pay and families to support just like everyone else. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Exactly. People don't know how many persons work beside us in music. Musicians, technicians, video people. Yeah, you got people. Yeah, I forgot those people. The people who film the shows, the technicians, like the sound engineers, the writers, like the tour managers. There's so many people around a successful artist, and all of a sudden, if this successful artist has enough money to survive for 4 months without performing, everybody around that, maybe they don't, because those guys are paid less. It is completely true. And those are forgotten by the government completely. And even just the bouncers of the club, the people who are here making sure that everybody is safe in the club, they been at home. So what they do, like, it's a very complicated situation, super complicated situation. And what people should have done for the past 3 months was creating some new avenues to get revenues. I've been here live, and yeah, listen, I get donations, I get people send money on the super chats, and even when it goes back on YouTube, I make money from the advertising. If people watch the replay, usually I'm gonna have like 300 people watching, but then by the end of the week, there's another 600 people watching an episode. So this is a little bit more revenue that adds to the rest. And this, I'm always building for the future. When I have 1,000 episodes of Club Shada, it's gonna be a completely different conversation, and it's not gonna be 25 people or 30 people watching at the same time. It's gonna be 600 maybe, who knows. and this is going to be a completely different dynamic. And lucky me, I've been building my other businesses for 10 years now, and I have a huge catalog of music that I own, music that I published, music that I wrote for other people. So I'm fine. But I know a lot of people, they're not fine. And like, you might think these guys are superstar because they have 1 million plays on their videos, but this doesn't mean nothing if you are not performing and this is your only revenue source. Let's say somebody who just started performing just now, like it's just like whoosh, and it stopped like that, and it's been 3 months, that is, and it is hard. Same thing in Canada. Government is asking landlords to be lenient, but many of them don't care. Exactly. They're compounding the unpaid rents and turning into debt. Yeah. But the thing is this. If you don't pay your rent to your owner, how do they pay the bank? Because sometimes those people, they bought an apartment, but maybe they're on a mortgage. And they also have to pay the banks. So it's a chain where if at a point there's people stop paying the banks or whatever, the economy collapse. And we're gonna see a huge collapse in all the economies and the real estate markets. And it's gonna be hard. You guys have no idea. We are not yet in we are not inside the fuckery yet. We still we're passing the pandemic state in some places. We are in there in some other places, but then you're gonna have the global economic crisis that is coming. And trust me, even if the clubs are open, if the people who have money and who are used to buying 10 bottles in the club don't have money anymore, even if the clubs are open, they will suffer, because not only they can only have 30% of the people that they usually have, and the people who usually spend the money in the club don't have money to come. Because yeah, when there's a global economic crisis, if you have 100,000 euros, you prefer them safe in the bank, because you never know what's gonna happen in the next 2 years. So yeah, artists, there's gonna be less clubs to perform to, and if there's less club to perform, there's gonna be less spaces for artists to perform. So they will only take the big people, and the rest, all the small people, game over. So yeah, if I was a young artist right now that just started, if I was a young artist right now and getting started, I would probably do live shows on YouTube like now. I would just have my guitar and just do some shows. Yeah, I would just do some shows in the club, in my YouTube channel, and become famous there, and hopefully at a point people can send me some super chats or donate directly on my PayPal, or stream my music on Spotify. And I would come every night, or every 2 nights, or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I would just sing songs, and for 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, and go on and create I have this new idea of a song that I did, boom, and create this for the people who are like you are at home, and create this for the people who cannot go in the club, and yeah, some people would be watching it. You guys are here watching me, so you would watch somebody who's performing, or etc. The problem is that a lot of people believe that success is having a hit and then going to sing in all the clubs and getting paid. Everybody believes that because everybody's telling them that this is the way. it is one of the ways, but there's so many different ways that you can serve music to the fans. The good thing that exists is the internet is here, so you can release songs like me every Friday, every month, as you wish, and have people listen to the songs. You can sing your songs on your YouTube channel and vlog and talk to the people, do some live shows, sing some songs live, etc., and have people offer you something in exchange instead of waiting for the clubs to open. The last thing I'm doing is like, listen, the clubs will open last. That's the last thing they will open. So maybe I think they're thinking about it, but listen, I'm in a government. I don't want to have people yell to me that, oh, everybody's sick because you open a club. So I'm like, theaters, cinemas, discotheques. No, we'll see. Est-ce que tu crois que l'industrie de la musique sera complètement virtuelle dans les années à venir à cause de la Covid? Je sais pas, sis. Depends. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna depend on the vaccine. If there's a vaccine, wait. If there's a vaccine and the Chinese get the vaccine, it's not going to be the same thing as if there's a vaccine and the Americans get the vaccine. It's not going to be the same thing as if there's a vaccine and the European gets a vaccine. And you know what would be the most funny thing? It would be if the Africans invent a vaccine. That would be the best part for me. A lot of places have opened, but they are empty. People don't have much money to spend. Yes. Some people made economies because they were at home, they didn't spend. But it is also true that not only people don't have money to spend because they are not working, but also a lot of people don't want to go out. Me, I've been home for 10 weeks and I'm happy. I'm good. I don't feel like going out. I go in my neighborhood, I walk a bit and stuff, that's it. I don't need to be in a bar, I don't need to be in a club. No. Listen, in a club, people speak loud because there's the music. Because they speak loud, they release more droplets of water. That's where the virus lives. Nah. They say the economic crisis will cause more death than the COVID. That is true, sister. That is true. It is a reality that there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be affected by the economic crisis that is coming. And listen, we don't know. We cannot do speculations because the future is the future. Only the future knows itself. And we don't even know if it knows itself. But if everything that is going on, and the crisis, the economic crisis of all these economies that have been stopped for all this time happen, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be unemployed. And all these people will not be able to feed their families. And all these people will not put money in the economy. They will not buy stuff. And you will open clubs and bars, but they will be empty. Some people can go to the clubs and bars. There's a lot of people who are privileged, but there's millions and millions and millions of people who will end up without a job and without a possibility to, find avenues until the economy is back. And all we have to do is is wait and see what's gonna happen and be prepared to change. Be prepared to to adapt. You adapt or you perish. You in like what sushi raw. I used to say all the time, sushi raw is innovate or perish. To me, like you have to innovate. You have to think of new ways to do the things. If not, it's not a good look. Yeah, true. Everybody has to work together. This is the point where we all have to work together and try to find a way to help the artists, help the clubs too. And it's amazing because all this time all the artists have been performing for free on Instagram, so they make everybody believe that they don't need that help, when some of them, they really need that help. And I think some people can open events in a park where there is space and the disease will be likely less to spread. Charge $20 entry and tell them to bring a collar and have masks. Yeah. Cooler and have masks. Yeah. You can. All we are saying is that you're gonna have to do things differently. But yeah, you can have an event where there's less people, where and see if people are willing to pay more or whatever. But it depends who are your fans. I'm 46. My fans go from 10 years old until 50. So I have a part of my fans who have enough money to give me money when I'm live, to pay Spotify and stream my songs, and they are willing to pay $20 of euros to see me perform, right? But if you are 20 years old and all your fans are 16 years old, they might not have the 20, their parents might be struggling right now, and they might not have the money to support you. And that's a reality. Adlindo Kachupina is doing it live every Saturday at the Old Tentric with Lefty, and it's really cool. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Talking about supporting, I haven't heard you mention Pandora. That's where I listen to a lot of music. Do you monetize from there as well? I monetize everywhere. So if you find me somewhere, it means I'm monetizing. I think when the clubs and festival restart, it will all be in large open spaces and with limited capacity. Indoors is probably a long way still. Yeah. Indoors, it's too dangerous. But yeah, maybe on the beach or in the park. Yeah, we'll have to find a way anyway, and like with everybody with mask and distanciation. There was a show. Dino Santiago did a show in Mel Arena, and there was a lot of space between people, and then it went great. Collaboration suggestion: Takura, Falipupa did it already. Maurice Kiria, Tami Moyo. Yeah, listen. Send me the links on my email. Lives are here to stay, even after COVID. That's very interesting. It depends where the lives. If we're talking about lives on YouTube and other things, I think that for people like me who I already started to create my little space here and people are here, yes. I'm seeing a decrease on Instagram. Like I remember when every time I would go on Instagram, I would have to swipe 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times to see everybody that was live. And now when I go, there's like 3 people live. So it is true that a lot of people are out of quarantine, are back to work, so they're not live like. But I remember, like, I don't know if you guys remember, like 2 months ago, people were live 24/7. You could like wake up at 7 a.m. There was like 30 people live in the people you follow. And I even see it in the battles that we promote on the C4 Pedro versus Mika Mendes. We had like 1,000 people watching. And like C4 has 1 million followers and Mika has probably 100,000 followers. I'm not sure. I would have thought there would have been like, I don't know, 5 to 10,000 people watching, because me and Mika, we had like 5,000 people watching at the same time, and like in total, I don't remember how much, but and it's very interesting. I really believe that it's because a lot of people have something else to do. You know, it's just, or they're sleeping, or I'm gonna speak for me. I go on Instagram one time in the day. I go on Instagram one time, maybe in the morning. I check what's there. I usually like the 5 first photos I see. I post something, and I spent an hour replying to all my private messages, and that's it. And then the rest of the day I'm not there because I'm busy thinking about music I have to make, businesses, checking my emails, making sure like my stats. But ever since these started, I'm not on Instagram as much as I used to be. And I'm on YouTube all the time. Either I'm live on YouTube, either I'm watching live on YouTube from other people, either I'm watching videos on YouTube, and if I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Netflix. If I'm not on Netflix, I'm on Amazon Prime. If I'm not on Amazon Prime, then you might find me on Instagram. And that's very interesting. But that's my dynamic. I don't know about you guys, but I believe that people are tired of Instagram lives. There's been way too much. There's been like By the way, I saw an advertisement that a new movie is launching on their own website on demand, Virtual Life. It might work, it depends. I believe that the best way to release a movie is Apple TV or Netflix today. If I wanted to release a movie or a documentary, I would put on Netflix because that's where everybody is. On your own website is great because you control all the money that comes in and out, but how many people do you have, right? On Netflix, if they know who will like your movie, so they will serve them the movie as soon as they open Netflix. So it's always the same thing about your own website or the platform. That's true. Us, all we need is a keyboard and a program, and we're making beats. That is us. O pessoal não tem dinheiro, mas a loteria aí no Algarve querem ficar ricos nessa altura. Os valores. Yeah, listen. Not everybody is smart, bro. A lot of people, they don't understand that well, I heard there's a lot of reservation for August. There's a lot of people because we are about to open the countries. So let's see what happens, because there's a lot of people who are telling me they want to come to Portugal because they cannot go to South America, they cannot go to America. So that might be beneficial to people in Portugal. And don't forget that there's a lot of people who have Airbnbs in Portugal that stayed empty for 3 months. So everybody's eager to have clients. So yeah, listen, it's just a question of wait and see and be ready. Anyway, guys, I've been here for 3 hours, so let me, before I leave you, hey, what up, DJ Mario? I love this emoji. Before we go, I want to talk to you about the hype. I'm not going to talk about this for long because we actually had a great conversation for 3 hours. That was great, and I'm sure that the next conversation, when is it? Today's Tuesday, so I will be back Thursday or Friday. Who knows? I will do one during the day. I want to do one at night and one during the day. I want to talk about the hype. So when I say don't believe the hype, I'm talking about all these companies who suddenly realize. And I'm saying suddenly because to me there's a lot of bullshit. There are a bunch of companies who suddenly realize that Black Lives Matter. And at the same time, there's a formidable movement that is happening in the world. And at the same time, everybody is asking people to take a stand. And a lot of them are doing it. But you have to be careful and to keep your eyes open, because I believe that there are also a lot of people who are doing PR moves. Yes, Black Lives Matters, and all of a sudden we are all woke. And I believe that there's a lot of companies that are just doing their PR move. And because all these times, where were you? All these times, you have all these companies. You have companies that I love, like if I take Apple, I love this company. But if you look at the leadership of Apple, it's like 50 years old white males, the whole company. You're gonna tell me there's no Indian, or like Google is better than them in this term. They hire a lot of people down there, but I believe that for me to believe these companies who are here pretending that they care, pretending that they agree, talking is not enough for me. Talking is the hype. To me, I believe that you need to hire people, and you need to hire people, not only people who open the doors, people who clean, or people who work in the small level, but you have to hire people up to the executive level, and you have to hire people and make them a way where they can go up on just the merit of their talent. I'm not saying make people go up to make them go up. I'm saying hire people and forget the color. Like all these TV stations who are talking, not in America, because in America, finally, when you look at TV in America, there's some color in there. But you look at French TV, Portuguese TV, Spanish TV, Italian TV. Television doesn't have to, like when you go out in the streets, in your cities, you see people from all colors, from the yellow to the black. And when you look at the TV, you don't see these people. Like when you look at TV, I lived 32 years in France, and when I look at TV, I was like, TV doesn't look like me. And every time there was one of us at TV, it was either somebody who didn't know how to talk, or somebody who didn't know how to defend their ideas the right way. In other words, they don't invite the smart among us. And I really believe that these companies, all these CEOs who are talking about how much Black Lives Matters, should just stop talking and act, and put the next executive you hire that is on your level or on your board of directors, put people of color in these places. I really believe that this is how you create the change. All these TVs who are talking about what's going around the world, let's make it that when we see a black journalist presenting the news or something, it is not something crazy, and it's just something normal. Some countries do it better than others, but from what I see in America and their hype machine, it's becoming just a trend. It's a hashtag, and a lot of people just want to not miss the train, and they will say what they have to say to exist in the positive light with the train. So don't believe the hype, people. Don't believe the hype, and believe in actions. Believe in, the CEO of Google is an Indian, and his name is Sunday Pinchar. Like, that's action. He's good. He's the CEO. To me, everything else is just words. It's just people who are, wanting to be part of the hype, wanting to be part of the conversation, and posting something in their websites so that they can say that, yeah, we are we are hiring this, that. Listen, when all these companies in their PR, in the people who take the decisions, put people who are concerned, it is super important. And I'm too tired to make it a 1 hour tirade, so I made it super concise. But that's what I meant by don't believe the hype, which is a song from Public Enemy. Back. A majority of it is definitely a bunch of pretend. Yep, I work in tech. There's still a huge salary disparity based on race. Exactly. Yes. Talking. I'm not interested in talking. It's like, yo, hire the people. That's it. And hire the people in positions where, in the position where they hire other people, and make it about talent and not making about how you look. And I know it's hard because when it's systemic, you don't change it as easy without. You have two ways of changing the system. Either you change it from the inside, it takes a lot of time, there's a lot of resistance, or you destroy it completely and you build on the ashes. But I don't think the most powerful country in the world wants to destroy its system entirely, because it's not a good look. But it makes me laugh when I see a country that has been pointing fingers. I'm talking about two countries. I'm talking about France, that I know very well. I live there, and the US. They love to point fingers in other countries, saying this is not a democracy, police brutality, blah blah blah. China, they love to talk about China. Look at what they're doing in Hong Kong, and look at what they do at home. They're not better. So it's some people really want to change. I believe I see the actions, and we are gonna count them. How we say? We're gonna hold them accountable. A lot of others, it's the hype. It's the hype. I know you. I see you. It's just PR moves, and yeah, everybody was posting something black on their Instagram and stuff. Miss me with the bullshit. Hey, I love you, Kaysha. I love you back, Rosa. I'm a 25-year-old woman and I learn a lot from you. Wow. Thank you so much. I'm glad you are. I do agree with you, Kay. Speak your mind. Thanks, sis. You know that I have some friends who are strippers in Miami, and it's amazing how they you are betting on Madagascar and the African vaccine. The remedy looks like pee. Oh, I forgot to check up in the comments that are not. USA égale donneur de leçons. Mawa Penza. Yeah, they keep giving lessons to the whole world because they've been writing the book. So they've been writing the story. So of course, people think that, yeah, they're right. I'm betting on Madagascar for the African vaccine. I don't know if there's any. I haven't followed these things for a long time, but yeah, there might be some. I would love to know what the scientists say about this. After all this time, did they do some tests and stuff? What's going on in there? There will be a second wave here. People are protesting. People are traveling to Miami and the beaches and the clubs. And the government is about to stop paying unemployment. Shit will be bad. Yeah, shit will be serious. Yeah. I've been frustrated for a long time. They have school program at certain school and simply don't in other because of bias. Listen to better organize and mentor others. That's what I'm doing. Yep, that's what I'm doing too, and that's what I've been advocating for. I really believe that at a point, if you are not a force by yourself, you will not be taken account by others, and for that we have to discover the magic word that is called unity. Until we discover it, we are not part of the conversation. That's it. Yeah, I want to know about that. I'm after this. Soon as I'm done with this live, I'm gonna check it out. It's a very interesting live as usual. Thanks for representing Black Excellence so well. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm glad that it's a live that kept you interested and entertained. It's been 3 hours. Anyway, guys, like I said, don't believe the hype. Be safe. Make sure you are careful. And I'm very interested in knowing how people will move, what the power move people will do. I know I'm making my own power moves in music and businesses. I got my friends who are strippers in Miami. I see their moves, like they cannot work. They cannot work in the club because the clubs are closed because it's too dangerous until they get new ways of doing things. And you cannot do the private dance and all that stuff because it's just dangerous. So yeah, some of them they do it in car parks. They they travel and they do things differently, or they do it live, or they I have most of my stripper friends, they open OnlyFans accounts and they use Instagram to funnel people to the OnlyFans, and that's a good business. If I was a stripper, I would be here live for 3 hours explaining to you how to do a seminar about, yo, it's like porn actress, same thing. I would have like ideas and stuff, because the internet is here. You can use it to you can use it to put things in a perspective that works for you. I heard by next year they're coming out with pills for coronavirus. I just saw today that they have the English discovered as there's a treatment that reduce the risk of death of 30%, and they have been testing, and it's for now it's starting to be nice, and they might have a vaccine for 2021. It takes 18 months anyway to test, to make sure, to do all the clinic tests. It's going to take until 2021. The problem is, what do we do until then? We are in the middle of the year 2020. Yo, you act like one of my ex. Come on, sis, like, what kind of year is this? Let's see. Thanks for your words of wisdom and another great live. Thank you so much, Mike Kizomba, for sticking here. Lots of love for you, Juju. Strippers are making money in Miami. Don't believe the hype. Oh, I know they do. Like, I talk to them all the time. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Pfft. Making money, traveling, taking the plane. Yo. Miami is very lit right now. I'm about to go there soon. I'm waiting. That think I'm drinking Grogu. Nah. Nah. Anyway, my guys, it's been a pleasure to spend those 3 hours with you. I'll see you in 2 or 3 days. Feels like my daughter just woke up. I'm gonna go and make sure she's in bed because she has school tomorrow, and I'm gonna go. If she's awake, I'm just gonna go with her. So I will see you again probably Thursday night or Friday night, maybe Thursday or maybe Thursday afternoon. It depends. Depends how I feel. But I'm glad that I come unannounced and you guys are here. So I really, really, really thank you for that. I really feel blessed. If this moment was a great moment for you, make sure you use the donation links and donate whatever you can. 1, 2, 10, 35, 500. I'll take everything. You have a super chat on the side that you can use to I was seeing a notification. I thought I received a donation, but nah, it was me paying something automatically. Yeah, you know. Make sure you use the super chat in there if that live was of value to you, and I'm gonna leave you with my new song that is already a hit that I've did with my brother Malcolm. The name of the song is "Are You Gonna Tell Me?" It is an amazing production by Malcolm Beats, and yeah, again, you killed it. And let's play that song, and I'm gonna wish everybody a good night. If you have any questions or any subject you want to talk about, you know, just like Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot, Mashkizomba. If you have any questions, keep them for the next episode, and we stay together. Bless up. Thanks, AJ. I want to give a shout out to everybody that was there today. Diane, Mashkizomba, Cilindro, Joel, Moto, Frank, Bruno Bay, AJ, Criollo Radio, Beatrice, Matt. Who else was here? Bell and Beats, CV Beats Production, Mwagima. It's time we do another beat listening session. Beat critique. It's time. So we're gonna do this next time. Prepare your beats, guys. Mashkizamba, did I say? Crystal Killer, Cynthia. Who was there? DJ Alma, Jeffrey, Redune, Isa Shah. I love you, gang. Miss Onyx, DJ Negas, Shada gang, Nidia, Juju, Queen Juju, Malcolm Beats, Future Sound Beats, Camila, Diogo, Joel and his wife, Crispin, and everybody that I forgot. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Have a good night, my gang, Shada gang. I will see you in the next Club Shada in a bit, and I will leave you with this amazing song, Are You Gonna Tell Me, by Kaysha and Malcolm Beats. Thank you, Mad Music.
Malcolm Beats.
Tell me it's over if you don't wanna be with me anymore. This torture of my heart, do you really feel that this is necessary? It's not a game, I'm not a toy. Respect the man, I'm not
Hey.